Alright, this is an informational video regarding some footwear. As you can see, I have 4 pairs of shoes lined up here. I have some measuring implements set up so that we can look at some of the sizing issues between the different brands. Stay tuned. I have recently purchased products from some of my favorite brands, like Adidas, Under Armour, and Asics. I want to first talk about the quality of the footwear is top shelf. This is my most recent purchase right here. These shoes are absolutely amazing, but there is one issue that I'm having a problem with, and that's fitment. I laid these shoes out on the floor here, touching the baseboard, and I set up this ruler here at this measurement off of the wall, 325 mils or 12 3/4 inches all the way across. And as you can see, some of the shoes either touch the ruler or go past the ruler or are short of the ruler. You can see it just goes over the edge of the ruler. And the next pair here does not touch the ruler. This one here fits me on the width of my foot, so I've taken this caliper here and I set it up and measured across the width of the shoe at the widest point here, and I came up with 100 mils or 4 inches. This one's a little wider, and these ones here are much wider. And these ones here are considerably more narrow. These ones are slightly, well, the difference here is that the upper is flush with the sole, whereas the upper here is not flush with the sole, and it's actually pretty rigid where the upper and the sole meet, and the fabric doesn't give much along this plane, whereas this fabric, knit fabric as well, is very forgiving and very soft and flexible, sock-like fit, whereas this one's considerably more rigid, which I appreciate too. It's definitely form-fitting around your foot. It's difficult to get in and out of because it is so rigid and stiff, which is kind of what you want in a shoe. This one here is a lot softer and more forgiving. This one here also is kind of rigid, but it's also got a lot of stretch. And the fact that you can unlace it and pull back the tongue, it's easy to get in and out of. And these ones here are my all-time favorites just because of the width of the shoe. They don't fit on the width of my foot, and I have to struggle to get my foot inside of the shoe with it unlaced. This sock-like mesh is just doesn't flex enough for me to get my foot into. Yeah, this shoe is longer. See where that crease is right there? That's almost the length of where this shoe ends. This shoe at 11 is not an 11, it's probably like an 11 and a half, and my toe is back here somewhere. It just doesn't fit, and the width of the shoe is not wide enough, so the length could be shorter, the width could be wider, and there could be a little more flexibility or ability for the tongue to open up to get your foot in, and then you have the lacing to secure your foot into the shoe. But first of all, you have to get into the shoe. Alright, that's it. We're done here.